we're going to make a cushion, a pillow. We're going to use a 30-inch frame. It's 30 by 26. I thought it was 22, but it's more like 26. I've got 7 for the pom-pom side of the pillow, or the front of the pillow, and 4 for the back of the pillow. So if you want to make 2, you need double, because you have to make 4 blankets in total to make 2 pillows. So let's get into it. We don't need a seam for a pillow, so just go straight in and tie onto your corner nail. Start your cross weave. Now, I'm assuming if you're watching a pillow tutorial, you've seen at least one of my basic tutorials. So we're going to do cross weave layer 1 4 times, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am using the first group of 4 all at the same time. We're starting with the back of the pillow. I should have said that in the other clip. But anyway, this is only one time. I need to go back, down and back again to make 4 times. So that's 4 times. Cut it about here and tie it to this nail. Now we're going to our opposite corner nail, and we're going to go straight in with cross weave 2. Again, you need it 4 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 times with cross weave 2. I'm still working with the first 4 balls of yarn, so I'm going to add another cross weave 2. I'm going to go 5 times. You could probably do 5 with the first layer as well. This is plenty, but if you want it thicker, because this blanket makes the tassels, so that's really thick fluffy tassels over there. That's what you want really for your pillow. So I recommend 5 for cross weave 1, 5 for cross weave 2. So this is 5 times, and what I'm going to do is we're going to add a pom-pom layer. So instead of cutting off, you can go around the 3 in the corner, and then you can just take it straight across. Start adding what we would call the pom-pom layer, but it's not going to be cut into pom-poms on this one. So that's the pom-pom layer added, 8 times in total, 4 horizontal, 4 vertical, and then it's cut and tied onto this corner nail. So I've still got this left. Ideally you want to use all of this for the back of your pillow, but that is more than thick enough. So what you need to do now is tie it. You need to tie it on this side, so your knots are on this side. Grab the tripod. So if you wasn't sure what I did when I got to the corner after cross weave 2, you can just cut it off and tie back on to add your pom-pom layer. It doesn't have to continue. Now to tie it, one of each colour, in through the top. So we're going in through there, and we're going to pull it out through there. You can use 1 string for a pillow. Tie it, knot it, cut it off. The pillows only need 1 knot because it's not being thrown around like a blanket. It's not taking any pressure like a blanket would. So you can use just 1 knot. As long as you tie all the layers together, obviously, it's fine. It's all tied, and I've still got this left. So I would definitely recommend doing more for cross weave 1 and cross weave 2. Even though this will be thick enough, I recommend doing more. But it's worked out well for me anyway, because I'll start my front of the pillow using this. Anyway, when it's all tied, you can just cut it off, cutting in between every nail, all the way around, cut all the way around, and there is the back of the pillow. So this is the front of the back of the pillow. This is the side you tied on. These knots, so you want to cut it quite close, but you still want a little bit so it doesn't pull through. But this is the inside of the pillow. 1 hour, light work. Now you're ready to make the front of the pillow. And this is where the work comes in. Now we're going to make the front of the pillow. So we're taking the group of 7. So I've got 3 of this colour and 4 of the silver. But that's because I want the silver pom-poms to stand out more than this. I can't remember what colour it is. Anyway, this is where the check design tutorial comes into play, the pattern. So we're using all 3, tying to the corner nail. We're going over 3 nails this time. So you're going to go down, you skip 1, over 3, up, skip 1, over 3, down, skip 1, over 3, up, skip 1, over 3. Right, so we're going to do this one, I'm going to say 8 times. I'm going to come back after 8 times and see if that's enough. When you get to this corner, you might have 4 nails. So if you do, you just go around all 4 and you follow the lines that you've already made. If you're unsure, just refer to the check design tutorial because it's more in detail. So this is actually 12 times. So down is 1, back up is 1. So 6 down and ups, or 12 down and ups, but 6 whole times around. That's what's left. We need to put that to one side for now. And we need all 4 of these. Tied it onto the second nail. So we're going to make the same pattern, but explaining it in an easier way. You are literally just covering the nails that the greeny colour skips. So you are filling in these gaps. And when you get to the corner this time, you'll have the group of 3 and you go around all 3. I'll show you when I get there. So you're going around 3. 3 on the bottom, 3 on the side. Go around these and then come back along the lines you've already made. And then again, we're going to go for 12 times. When you get back to your top, you've got the same group of 4 that you had originally with the green colour. So we're just going straight around that and coming back again, following the lines. 12 times with the silver. So this is obviously the pom-poms for the front of your pillow. You can make it thicker if you want to, but you need to make sure you need some left to make the grid pattern on the back of these pom-poms, which you tie it to, and you need some left to tie the whole thing. So stick with 12 because I've got that, so I can make it thicker if I want to, but you only need to make it thicker if you have got enough. You don't want to run out, you're going to have to order more and then obviously wait for it to come. So back to these colours now. All 3 of them, tie onto the corner nail. Again, we're doing the pattern of 3, or you can call it miss 1, wrap 1, miss 1, wrap 1, miss 1, wrap 1, up, miss 1, wrap 1. Whatever you want to call it, we're doing the same pattern that you started out with in the first colour you started out in. we're just going the opposite way. So 12 times again. So green colour, second green layer added. I actually lost count, it's thicker, but it doesn't matter. As long as you've got some, like I said, as long as you've got some to make your grid for the back and some to tie, it's fine. So grey, silver onto the second nail, miss one, wrap one, filling in these gaps, exactly the same as you did the first time, just going the opposite way. Silver added. So I've took what I've got left. Remember, you need some to tie. I've got some that I can use to tie. Corner nail, grid pattern. So this is what you're tying the pom-poms to. So, yeah, use the rest to make your grid pattern. So you can have two kinds of tassels. If you would like mixed tassels, which is like that and like these, then you're not going to leave any of this pom-pom layer on, and this layer is going to join that tassel layer for the back, so it needs to be quite thick. If you don't want mixed tassels and you want the stripy tassels to match the check, then this layer doesn't have to be as thick. I want mixed tassels, so I'll explain how to make the tassels when we're at that stage, but I'm going to use all of this for my grid layer because I've got that I can use to tie. My grid layers added, I actually decided I'm going to do the stripy pom-poms, and I just remembered something. The check design on my frame, on this frame, it's a bit off, so it's actually going to make stripy pom-poms. I don't know how many nails your frame that you're using has, so it will be like potluck, whether you get stripes or a chessboard. Either way, it's still going to look cute. So now you need to tie it. You need to tie it how I tie all my blankets. So let me get the tripod. So we're going to go in through this triangle and out through that triangle. You're going to take it around all of the layers, tying all the layers together. So because mine's going to make stripy pom-poms, it doesn't matter what colour I tie it in. But if they were both green on this side, I would tie it in green. If they were both silver, I would tie it in silver for a check design. This is not going to make a chessboard design. It's going to make stripes. So exactly the same as I tie all of my blankets. We don't need the long piece off the knot. So I'll do that again. In through here and out, bottom opposite corner. Tie it. Knot it. Take the long piece. Bottom corner. Opposite top corner. Tie. Knot. Snip. Tie all of them and then we'll come back. It's all tied. I've turned my board because it's time to cut the pom-poms. So we're just cutting straight through. Now if you want the mixed tassels and you don't want the stripy tassels, you're going to cut the edges as well. If you want stripy tassels, you don't cut the very edge. You leave all of this edge, which I'm going to leave so you will see what you're cutting through. All of these to make your pom-poms. So it's cut, it's given a kind of checked, kind of not checked. Check and stripe. So we need to turn it back over and we need to cut it off the frame. Cut every single one. Here's the front of your pillow. So, inside. And then you need a wool needle because we need to tie, sew the front to the back. So for this stage, you need your wool needle, double threaded. You want the back of both sides facing up. So this is the back of the pillow, and that's the back of it facing up. This is the front of the pillow, but that's the back of it facing up. What you have to do is, you need to tie each, or sew each, so the corners together, and then this one to this one, going up each one that matches. So I can't do it one-handed, obviously, but you need to thread through this knot, and then through that knot, and then you need to tie it. So that's through. You need to pull it to the end. My thread's quite long. You need to pull it to the end, and then you need to tie it. But the two corners are tied together. You need to tie each cross section, going all the way up. Make sure the tassels are pushed outwards, downwards. You don't want the tassels on this side. You're going to sew all the way to the top. When you've sewn all of them, each edge together, you need to carry on and sew along the top. So you're going to sew all of these to the top of this one, and then you're going to continue sewing down this side. You're going to sew that edge to that edge and leave the bottom open, and it will make a pocket. So I've sewn all of the edges. It's sewn the front to the back, and I haven't sewn along this bottom edge because that is where the pillow goes inside. And there's your pillow. You've got this side and this side. And you just need to get a ribbon or another piece of thread. I use a ribbon for mine, so then you can just take it off. But just tie the bottom together on the inside. So like thread a ribbon throughout along this edge, and it will close it up. Repeat the whole process again, and you've got two pillows.